All right, today is September 19th, 2024. Man, what a roller coaster of a freaking day. I took 5 trades today. I'd have to say, for the most part, these weren't emotional trades. I felt like each one had a valid purpose, but still, nonetheless, I took 5 trades. All one contract, all like these three here were at least 6 points or more in profit before reversing back to break even. This one here, I believe, just straight out took me out. Didn't even work out. This one here, I think. Well, we'll go through them. I think for the most part, I was break even for almost all of the trades, but with getting hit with commission and all this stuff like that, I ended up still being red on the day. Um, and it wasn't mostly tasking. This one here, this last trade, was probably the worst trade of them all. Um, 35 minutes of just BS. Maybe even this one here. I don't too much recall this one. But this one is the one I really recall. It was the last one. It was just pure BS of exactly how price worked and moved and how I got ended up getting stopped out. Um, I am quite upset about what happened, but I can say that throughout the entire um, session or throughout the entire trade, I felt emotionally um, unfazed. Like it was just like just like it was just like just another day, another trade. Just like I already took 4 trades, whatever it may be. So I just followed the rules. I thought I would have been a little bit more in profit, at least the same way as these. I could have sworn I put my stop loss there. Um, I don't recall putting my stop loss exactly at break even, but I may have miscalculated that on my part. Because I do not recall doing that. I can watch the video later to see what actually took place, but you know, it is what it is. So let me try to find these trades because so I took quite a bit of screenshots and I took quite a bit of trades. So let's find them and we'll go through each one of them and try to figure out what could I have done better, what couldn't I have done, and so forth. So this is the first trade. We had a nice drop here. We had a pullback into this level here. I was actually watching this pre-market. What is this? 9:30. I was watching this pre-market. We had this is 10 o'clock. I was looking for I was watching this pre-market because we had a green candle with red volume and we kind of closed below it. So this is where I was looking for an entry, but when the market opened up, if I can find the regular charts, when the market opened up, let me see. All right, so yeah, so when the market opened up right here, prices dropped, right? Price came up and they just sold off. Um, then it went below, made a new low here, had a pullback and sold up. I was thinking about taking a trade, nonetheless, when it was around here, but I had no place to put my stop loss. If I went to the 1 minute, let's check out the 1 minute and see what we got. 1 minute, 1 minute for the 1 minute. All right, so here we go. So in a sense, we had a triple top. I didn't even know that. Probably even quadruple top, but definitely uh one, two, pull back and then break. Firstly, right at the open. So if I had maybe this here, let's go back to the 5 minute. Uh, right at the open. I wouldn't want to take a trade right at the open like that. Let's go to the 30 minute and let's see what price gives around that area. This one here, we did close. Well, no, not. Yeah, we did close right at it. So that would have just been taking it and risking it. That would have just been me just taking it and risking it. Right off, right out of the gates. So would have been like an entry right here. With a ton of selling right at the open. About a 5 point risk, and then aiming for these lows here about 22 points. So that was a possibility. I really like this move up, so I really thought that maybe would have bounced here somewhere, but price gave us an ugly bounce and dropped. But this here definitely was the area to watch. We held it. This is the selling candle with selling volume. As you can see, we stayed in that range the entire time. If you go to the 5 minute, you'll see the same thing. Right, selling candle, selling volume. We stayed in that range. Once we broke that range, right. Also, this is a green candle with red volume. I'm just not noticing that. Green candle with red volume. Green candle, standard chart, red volume. Heikin Ashi chart, green candle, red volume. So this one was definitely the play. It lined up on all of the charts. At least the 3 charts that I got there, and then we had just the red volume there. All right, so it lined up very nicely. So the potential was there. Could have just taken it if I was more cognitive of what was going on, because I just saw an amount of selling coming in, and then price just really just took off. And there goes all of the data that I needed for that. No, all of the data was there. Right here. Right, so the data was there for that potential sell-off. I did notice it, just couldn't get a hold of it. Now the reversal here, I wonder why I didn't take the reversal. That's something that's interesting. Because we had a double bounce and reversal, and I noticed and I marked that area, but I didn't take the trade there. So I really want to know why I did not take the trade there. So let me go to my channel real quickly and see if I even had that level truly marked, or was I just speculating, or did I just mentally phase out? Because I know I would have marked that I believe I marked that level as a potential level, or maybe I was just waiting for price to close on the 30 minute before taking it. So live session, live trading session should be this one here. Let's jump. That was about 22 minutes into the market. So here we go. Price was dropping here fiercely. We're going down. We had high day from yesterday broken. Is this the reversal point? I think that's a reversal point. Okay. I think, yeah, I didn't mark that one. All right. So I didn't take this trade because I didn't mark the high end part of the buying. For this, I marked the low end part of the buying. So when we can get out of this one here, let's go to the regular. Okay. So when I mark this, so the 45, I marked these two here. I didn't mark this area here, and I had the level down to here. But buying did restart here again. So I marked the low end. I should have marked the top part as well. So I had my level way down here versus marking that because plus buying stopped and then buying picked it back up again and then buying got us out into the 4 o'clock. And I think it's because the 4 o'clock thing was iffy, so I didn't mark that. So I missed that on my account. That was on my account because buying came in, stepped in, and then buying stepped in again, and then it took us up. So based off of how I marked it, I didn't, like I said, I marked the low part of this versus marking the whole candle, which I was doing before, but I don't know why I didn't do it today. Um, could have even marked this lower part here. This is too much, but could have even marked this one here. What happens if we mark this? Let's go to a regular 30-minute. This one here is there. No, this one here, 5 o'clock, is there at the bottom, right? That's the 5 o'clock one. Way down here is where it picked up. So, all right, so 5 o'clock one is way up here. So, look like the buying started for the 5 o'clock again. So that was just on my part that I missed that. But this trade here was just, I couldn't really catch that as quickly as I wanted to. So let's go over the actual trades that I took. So I took a trade at 10:05, shorted it here, 10:05. Okay, let's find 10:05. Took a trade at 10:05 right here when price gave a pullback. So because I thought that I still had more room. So I was entering. What was I entering on? That's a good question. Where is it on? This is entry. Entry. Yeah, so this was a bad entry. Oh, I entered this trade because I had room to move and I didn't know if we were going to reject. I should have just I really should have waited. This is a bad entry. I should have waited till the level was broken. I think this is the first time I said, well, I have this space amount to move. I'm going to enter the trade, and that's why I took the entry. Price did push down, right? And so here it is. So price did push down eventually out of that area, right? Maybe this was the, no, I feel like it was, yeah, way over here, right? So price did push down because I wanted to get like an earlier entry mark because I had this area for my stop loss. So if price just decided to travel across, then hey, so be it. But price pushed down. As you can see, we went about 8 points, 6 to 8 points in my favor, and then price reversed. And my stop loss was initially up here, but I knew that based off how price moved, I gave myself this room. This is a big enough room to trade off of. And then as we started to like adjust, I adjusted my stop loss here, and then I just took the trade off as we were moving back into this area. Was this one of the ones that was break even? Yeah, this one was break even because we had a nice push down, and I said, okay, we're gonna move all this down here. I'll put my stop loss there, and I got stopped out with that one. So that was the first trade. Second trade right here. So now that we had that full reversal, we had another push down here, right? So it looked like price was wanting to hold, and I entered. I think we had a selling candle. We were still respecting this candle over here. So I took a trade over there. This is what NQ was doing. NQ broke out of its level here, pulled back. So I'm going along with NQ, and so I entered well when price broke this. So we dropped down, had a top, came back down, had a cleaner top here, pushed down, stop loss right above this area here. So after we traveled above, I said, well, maybe we're ready to go lower, because we did have a nice break here that I missed apparently at 10:40. So I missed that somehow. How I missed a 10:40 trade like that, I don't know. Oh, looks like, oh, okay, so this was a new setup, but damn, what a nice higher day right here. Rejection, all-time high rejection. One, two. I should have taken that trade. I should have taken that trade. We had a higher day. We had an all-time high rejection. 1040 here. Oh, still would have been short. What the fuck? I would have to had it up here like that. 78. How many is that? 5? Yeah, I still would have been short, but at least I would have been able to mitigate the trade and bring it tighter versus how the trade reversed last time, because I could have at least managed it. I know I put these in very late, so I could have taken my exit somewhere around here. So that's 13 points. So I would have been able to get at least the 10 to 13 points without price fully realizing on me or reversing on me. So I really missed that trade. We're at all-time highs. We had rejection. We had clear sign of rejection. That's 1, and that's 2. That's good enough. And then we had a channel break. All right. Boom. Let's go back. Right here, channel break. Stop loss right here. Yeah. So still wouldn't have reached, but 7 still would have been about 10 to 13 points with that one. So that was my fault that I missed that. That was a good one that I missed. All right, so second trade, 1117. 1117. Second trade right here. So we had that push down, pull back up, back into this level that I had here. We tested it the first time. I was hoping to have entered there, but price just moved too quickly for me. This was too tight. This was way too tight. Popped out, and then this one was a little cleaner of a break. And price actually just reversed on me on that one. So as I was putting entry, I was also getting exited at the same time. So that was that. Second trade. Third trade, and all my trades happen to have been, I believe, shorts for the most part. Third trade, this one here, I think I prematured this entry. I jumped this entry gun here. As you can see, we didn't girls out of the channel. So as you can see there, so this was a bad trade on my part. NQ was still doing its thing here. Think no, that one I was thankful that I was able to close break even on that one. Price did get close to my stop loss and push down sharply, and I was aiming for around here. And then we had this double top. I thought about exiting right here around 5774. I really wish I did exit around 5774, because we had a top here, but I didn't. Price reversed. I should have just taken these 2 points and called it there. That would have made up for the first real loss that I had. Price reversed on me. Couldn't get this push further down. Just tough. Fourth trade. I think the fourth trade was also a loser. So this one here worked out. 33 minutes in it, but got messed up. Third trade here. Notice that we had a push down here. Wasn't red selling, but I said, well, I'm gonna give it this a shot. Price did drop here, and this was also a red selling candle, a green candle with red volume, but there was no true selling up here at that time. So I shouldn't have been entering any of these trades yet. Keyword is yet. So after entering it, and we also barely broke out of anything. So we had this drop, pull back, and I entered here when we had wicks, and looked like, because it looked like price was holding and it was gonna just tank on us like it did on, I think it was Monday. But as you can see, price pushed here. It was about 2 or 3 points, so I didn't move my stop loss, and then it just fully reversed on me. So I never had selling up here to actually say that price would sell off. So that was my fault with that trade. Shouldn't have been in it. Last trade. Same area, but we had some strong selling, and we broke here at around 2 o'clock. We broke out of the level here on ES, and also out of the level on NQ. This is 1 minute, but also out of the level on NQ. And I thought about entering right there and then, but I hesitated, and I don't know why. Somebody said, oh look, both of them have a broken trend line, you should enter, but I didn't enter. Both of them had a broken trend line around here, right? But it was just too far of a stop loss. That's why. From down here to up here, it's a 10-point stop loss, which is about a 55-point loss here. It didn't make sense for me to enter there, and I have to respect that, right? Though we never got above the height of the broken candle. So let's see what happened on the 1 minute of that candle. I'm gonna go to default because it's just way too much information right now. I feel I feel bogged down with information right now. There. All right. Popped out. So we're taking a look at this area here. We'll also do NQ. Let's make this a full screen. Let's do 5 minutes. And it should be something I can easily spot. Boom. And I think NQ is this one here. Let's pin that. Okay. So yeah, so setting up, both of them broke out right here. And then let's do the 1 minute. The 1 minute. Zoom out, scroll over. Okay, here we go. All right, so 10, we had this little pull and drop. So this one's really hard. Yeah, I couldn't really trust that price wouldn't get back above this. Price did stay somewhat below this price here, but there was really nothing there for me to trust it. So I did take my trade a little bit later. I took my trade at 14.49. I was short for the entire day. I couldn't find a reason to be long. So 14.49, I took the trade. I took the trade at 14.49. Right here, when price broke out of this level here, we had this weird looking candle, but I waited a little bit. I wish I entered a little higher. I wish I entered a little higher. So this was the entry. I wish I entered there like that. So, and I got stopped out at 15.24, which was on this pullback. 785. I could have sworn my stop loss was a little tighter, but then again, maybe it was 5785 because my entry was 5785. So yeah. All right. So yeah. So it went straight to my entry. Push down back. Right. So we had a so I couldn't really have a tight anywhere to put my stop loss because I could have left it up here, but I risked letting the price go 11 in my favor. No, I entered at 85. I risked letting price go 10 in my favor to come back red 4 points. That wouldn't make sense that, you know, I let all this happen, but it sucked that it went straight to my stop loss or my entry, and then reversed back 10, came back up right next to the stop loss again, and then went back down to where I wanted price to go, which is crazy, right? I let 3.25 points, probably a little bit more is what I really wanted. I wanted 72, and we stopped at 74. Right, so I let about 2.5 points stop me from making back all of today's losses and closing break even for the day. So I ended up 42. That would have been a 50-point win, 50 or 55-point win, because, you know, 5 times 10 is 50, or 5 times 55, whatever it may be. It would have just cleaned this out. I would have been a clean slate here, starting fresh. But it is what it is. Tough. It was freaking tough. My level wasn't hit until now. Right now the level's being hit way after the market closed. So it was very, very disrespectful day in the market. Right now the level I wanted to get hit is being hit. Right, so it sucks, but all I can do is manage my risk, which I'm working on more of. Is that I'm glad I managed the risk. Also, I wasn't just exiting out the trades earlier than I need to, and also I've been looking to be tighter in my entries. So that's it for me for today. Maybe I won't trade tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be a day off from the markets, and I'll just work on something else. So that's it, and I am logging off. I will set up my charts tomorrow though, but we'll see if I take any trades at all, because tomorrow is quad witching, and if the market's anything like it was yesterday and today, it might be utter BS. But then again, when I don't trade is when I see setups that afterwards. So who knows?